Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 11, titled Light Fades to Ruin. Bakugo's howitzer impact didn't work against Shigaraki / All for One either, and Bakugo is pushed into a corner by Shigaraki's power and words. In order to get him out of the predicament, UA's Big Three take a stand. So this is picking up immediately after the last episode. The last episode ended, where Bakugo did his massive attack, destroyed all of Shigaraki's arms and that, but Shigaraki just caught him and then threw him away. And Bakugo reflected on all of his friends, which, as you know in anime, that usually means they're gearing up for a big power up. But while that happens, it seems it's up to the Big Three to try their hand at the final boss. But let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. He does know his enemy. Wait, no, I'm thinking he had the thinking back on his friends before he even did the attack. So that was his powered up move. I haven't actually been able to see any more versions of this other than what I reacted to last week, like other reactions and that, so that little bit slipped by me. I do like this in this opening in that it's showing the pairings, the villains that they are closest to. But I do prefer the other one. I am still surprised at just how much this one's showing. Like, then again, the second opening of the last season had a spoiler for this. So he's begging for the pros to protect his student. There's the golden boy. It's not often we get to see the big three work together. In fact, have we ever seen? Because I think Tamaki was on a different front in the last war, and they were all split up during the Shihazaki. Fucking picked him up and then destroyed his bracer with his foot. See, that's what differs between heroes and villains, is that they will avoid an attack if you chuck the. Unless, of course, you can get through his attacks. I forgot that his goal was just to pass messages between the floors. Hmm. You know, that was a lot more blunt in saying that he didn't have friends in the manga. He's still analyzing the battle because that's what Bakugo does. He's as smart as Midoriya. In some cases, smarter. And did a bit of damage against him. That's Tenko breaking to the surface. Even he was shocked about that. Hmm. I do love just watching him go straight through attacks. Like, there's a reason that out of all of the X-Men, Shadowcat would scare me the most. Because she doesn't have the whole overlapping mass constraint that his quirk does. Like, she can face something and stick it in something else. She's always been the curious girl. Someone asked about her. I do wish we could have gotten more of the big three, just to see how they were together. They know their friend and they trust in his abilities. So you know what I said about the whole reflecting on their friends means that incredible powers coming out? Yeah, I thought this happened after what I've been alluding to. The vast tyrant Chimera gun. You know, you really just showed up Bakugo on his one thing. Because that was basically the almost the exact same effect that Bakugo's attack had. And, but more. You got a hit on Mirio. He almost got that exact same glow he had when he had all for one, one for all. This is what happens when your body ignores the limits that it sets in place in regards to your quirk. This has been built up since the beginning of the show when talking about Midoriya breaking his fingers and that. Hmm. Can you sign my oh my god? Look at that power grid, pretty much full. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna mind if it rains. And there we have it. The first death of this second war. And it's Bakugo. Just to show how much difference there is. Even at his strongest. Even when his body goes beyond its own limits. Just one punch. And straight through his chest. I am letting this play out just so I can sit with this, because that is what I've been alluding to these past 2 episodes. I thought it was going to happen last episode. I forgot that there was so much more build-up. I thought that the vast hybrid plasma cannon was in retaliation to Bakugo being absolutely bodied. Because, as you saw in that final shot, there was no life left in his eyes. And the fact that he carried that All Might card with him in his hero uniform and everything. And yeah, it just fell to the ground, bloodied from the punch. And that shot of all of the gathered heroes attacking Shigaraki, trying to get Bakugo out of there before he tanks that hit. And then they just get thrown away like they're nothing. While he does get hit. And you think, a show like this, well, most shows, the main cast, they're not going to die. Like, in the first war, the biggest death we had was Midnight. And she was a tertiary character. Who died in the let's go season 6, I think it is. Yeah. Of the people that actually died, those are all doubles. You had twice. Yeah, but he's also a villain, and the villains are able to die. You had Crust. Majestic. Yeah. Xless. So that's some of the ones that we'd known. Midnight is the biggest one from the hero side of people we know. Native died. And then the war's over, so yeah. Of the heroes that died in the last war, like, there were a lot of them, but only one could really be classified as the cast. Like, you had the guy they saved during the hero killer arc. You had two people who had only really just been introduced either that season or just in the hero rankings. You had Majestic, who Momo did her secondary internship with. Like, those were big names. Then you had Midnight. And then this war kicks it off with the first death being Bakugo. And yeah, that really shows the stakes of this final war. And note, I am not being coy. I am saying the first death, because there are others. Normally I wouldn't explain, like, put that out there, but yeah, this is the first. And for it to be our deuteragonist really shows it's not pulling punches. But I reckon that this actually would have been the perfect place for them to have a week break. Why? Because to let people sit on Bakugo's dead body being the last thing we properly saw, yeah, I reckon that should have been, this should have been where they took the break. Because as far as I know, there's still episodes next week. I guess we'll find out in the next one. Tried to end it before that came out, but I'll catch you in the next one.